So I'll be talking about methylphenidate, how it works for ADHD, the different brands and the dosing regimen for ADHD, possible side effects and what to expect from taking methylphenidate. Methylphenidate is a central nervous stimulant given to people diagnosed with ADHD. It works by increasing the neurotransmitters in the brain, such as your dopamine, epinephrine, and by doing so, it helps to regulate the areas that you struggle with, such as impulsivity, inattention, and in some cases, in adults, hyperactivity. It is available as standard or immediate release tablets, modified release tablets, and capsule forms. The immediate release is short acting and taken several times a day, while the modified release is longer acting and taken once a day, unless you're on the highest dose of the modified release capsules, which are taken in divided doses. Different companies make different brands which have different preparations of each form, whether immediate or modified release, so effects can vary from one preparation to another. The starting dose and maintenance dose of methylphenidate has to be initiated by the specialist and depends on the preparation. So for example, you've got the standard or immediate release tablets. They come in 5 milligrams and they're given 2 to 3 times daily, morning, midday and early afternoon, and late afternoon or early evening with a 4-hour gap between each dose. The modified release of methylphenidate comes as an 18 milligram dose, which is taken in the morning, while the modified release capsules can be taken as 10 to 20 milligram capsules daily. So the initial dose is given and is then titrated every week, and according to your response and side effects, until you reach a maintenance dose that stabilizes your symptoms with minimal side effects. Now, it takes several weeks to see the full effect of any medication or dose, and when you take the medication, it usually starts to kick in within 30 to 60 minutes. With the immediate release tablets, you have a maximum of up to 60 milligrams daily. So for example, you can take 20 milligrams 3 times a day or 30 milligrams twice a day. With the modified release tablets, you have a maximum of up to 72 milligrams daily taken once in the morning. With the modified release capsules, you have a maximum of up to 80 milligrams which can be taken in divided doses. So dosing depends on the brand prescribed, and some brand names are, for example, with the immediate release tablets, you've got Ritalin 10 milligrams, Methylphenidate, which comes in 5, 10 and 20 milligrams. You've got modified release tablets such as Concerta XL, which comes as 18 milligrams, 27 milligrams, 36 milligrams and 54 milligram dose. Modified release capsules, we've got Equasym XL, which comes in 10, 20 and 30 milligrams. Ritalin XL, which comes in 20, 30, 40 and 60 milligrams. You've got Methylphenidate XL, which comes from between 5 milligrams to 60 milligrams. Now, Equasym XL is not licensed in adults, but Ritalin XL and Methylphenidate XL are licensed in adults. Now, before starting the medication, and once started, you have baseline monitoring, checking of height, weight, BMI, blood pressure, heart rate. If you have any family history of heart diseases, or you're having any heart-related symptoms such as palpitations or chest pain, and that's when an ECG is usually required. Now, monitoring will continue before and after your dose is changed, as well as checking that you're not being subject to any substance misuse, such as recreational drugs, alcohol, and to make sure that you're not having any mental health effects or neurological effects of the medication. Now, the adverse effects to look out for when taking methylphenidate would be heart-related symptoms, as I mentioned, chest pain, palpitations or tachycardia, for example, a heart rate of over 120. Any mental health symptoms that are new or getting worse, such as psychosis, anxiety, depression, tics, suicidal thoughts. Now, if you're having suicidal thoughts, it's most likely that the specialist will stop the medication and refer you to see the mental health team. Look out for any neurological symptoms such as severe headaches, seizures, speech, any memory problems. If you're experiencing weight loss, especially if your BMI is less than 18 and you're now classed as anorexic, the doctor would also want to investigate that there are no other underlying causes apart from the methylphenidate itself. You might also be experiencing sleep difficulties or insomnia. It could be that you need a dose adjustment, or you might need to change your timing of the dose, or even perhaps a different preparation of methylphenidate. Now, other key factors to consider with methylphenidate is that methylphenidate is a Schedule II controlled drug, so there is risk of abuse and dependence with this medication, so you want to keep it safe away from others. Also remember that alcohol and any other recreational drugs, whether it's MDMA, ecstasy, should be avoided while you're taking methylphenidate, as it can make any side effects that you're already experiencing even worse. Also, if you work in a safety critical role, if you're going to do a drug test, methylphenidate can give false positive drug test results for amphetamines, even though you're not actually taking any amphetamines. So it's always important to declare any medication that you're taking before you do any random drug and alcohol tests. If you decide that you no longer want to be on the medication, do not stop methylphenidate suddenly without consulting your doctor, as you may have withdrawal side effects, and it's more likely that your doctor will help you to gradually discontinue the medication to reduce the risk of having withdrawal side effects. But bear in mind that methylphenidate does not have to be taken for the rest of your life. It can be taken for months or years until you feel stable, and usually at annual reviews your doctor would always try to find out whether you need to stop the medication or whether you want to continue. If you're a female who is in the process of wanting to get pregnant or you're a childbearing female, it's important to take contraception, simply because there is no long-term studies about the safety of methylphenidate in pregnancy, and once you're pregnant, do let the doctor know. Now, I won't go into too much detail about medication interactions, but if you're on any other medication, make sure you declare it to your doctor. If you're taking any herbal supplements, as well as over-the-counter drugs, you might need to avoid them while taking methylphenidate. If you have any underlying health conditions, please speak to your doctor as well as your pharmacist. I hope you found this video useful on methylphenidate and ADHD. Please take care of yourselves.